Steve Jobs. Wow. As fate would have it, I was on my way to a Miami affiliate studio of CNBC Asia that I was invited to be on the show tonight to talk about Samsung versus Apple. They're having lawsuits over the iPad design and the iPhones versus the Galaxy S handsets, Android sets. And I was all set, ready to go, and just when as I arrived to the studio, the news breaks that Steve Jobs is resigning immediately as CEO, and he still wants to serve on the board and be there, at least in a quarterly capacity for the meetings. And he wants Tim Cook, who is the guy who filled in for him in the past, to take over as CEO, and the board has agreed. And I think the impact as of last night, as of tonight rather, the Apple stock is down 6% in after-hours trading. Obviously, the market doesn't like the uncertainty, but we've always known that Steve Jobs is mortal, and he's had leaves of absences before. Sometimes they're explained, sometimes they're not explained until later. But we do know that he had his medical shortcomings over the past few years. As far as Apple itself, people have to remember that when Cook did step in, Apple didn't miss a beat. The iPhones came out on time. The iPad came further along. MacBooks, shiny MacBooks, new iPod Touches. Apple ran along fine without Steve Jobs. The one thing that they're going to miss is that colorful visionary. He leaves. It's a very big black mock turtleneck to fill, and that's a void that Cook, while a great CEO, in times a great operation guy, he is not the charismatic visionary. Maybe he's a visionary, but he's not the same charismatic kind of cut from the same cloth as Steve Jobs. And I don't think any of the Apple high-ranking executives are. So I think the only thing that Apple's going to have to do is either find someone to be that colorful spokesperson who can go out on stage and get people excited, or just run Apple on cruise control. Because what Steve Jobs is leaving behind is a company that iPhone 5 is going to come out now. iPhone 15 is going to come out in 2021. It's going to be a steady flow, a trickle of products that everybody wants. And I think obviously it's a big blow to the company, but outside of perhaps Oracle with Larry Ellison, Steve Jobs was really the most irreplaceable CEO. We knew it was going to happen. And I think when you invest in a company, you have to put yourself in the position that even though you're buying people and you're buying faith and leadership, there comes a time when Warren Buffett is no longer going to be at Berkshire Hathaway. These things happen, and now in this case, Steve Jobs with Apple. And what that means for his role at Disney, what this means for his role through Apple itself remains to be seen. But obviously it's a sad day for Apple. And if there's any silver lining, it's outside of Steve Jobs' health, is that it is health-related and not some scandal, as we've seen other CEOs step down over the past couple of years, forced to resign over something. Steve Jobs is I'm not going to say was, he is an honorable guy. And the Apple products will just keep coming, but wow, it was just really weird. And hopefully I'll be able to get a clip of that CNBC Asia. If they do put it up, I'll have the link. You'll see the link down there to me on CNBC Asia talking about this on the air. But yeah, obviously a big day for Apple, and that's why I'm making this video, just because I think I have a unique perspective where I was actually set to go on international television at that. From the guys at Singapore, and the show's broadcasted to Asia and Australia and parts of Europe to discuss Apple and get this big Apple news happen to me. So, not to me, but I'm perspective of the situation. So, yeah, Apple will be fine. It will be fine. It's just going to need someone to sell the magic at this point. And Godspeed, Steve Jobs. I hope that you do get better.